All right, welcome to our 320 session. We're talking about tutoring. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Eric.
So did somebody say free tutoring? So you guys know tutoring at the college is free. We have a free service. You don't have to pay anything. And in this current time with the situation we're in, we're offering it online. Now, to get there, it's a little bit messy, but we'll go over what we do first. We help with pretty much anything. If you have a question about your class, what the instructor went over, your homework, we won't help you with the tests, of course, but we'll help you with everything else that you need. Now, if you come ask us, it doesn't matter what the question is. If we don't know the answer, we will help you find the answer. And most of the time, that answer is we either tell you or we call your instructor and ask them ourselves. For the most part, we can help with most of the classes here on campus. We've had people come in for welding, psychology, sociology, anthropology. I've had aviation students, and we cover the gambit of what you guys need. Now, tutoring is split into two different labs. The first lab is the math lab. The math lab is for math, science, physics and chemistry. We do help with some of the business courses, like quantitative methods. We assist with psychology stats. We also assist with the CIS courses. So we cover the gambit of what we do. Now on the writing lab side, and Esteban will take over from here for this, we do a lot of things with papers and presentations and assisting you with the writing process. So Esteban, would you like to explain some of that?
Absolutely. So my name is Esteban, and I'm one of the senior writing tutors with the Writing Lab. And I found that in my many years as a student at Cochise College, college level writing can often be very confusing and sometimes even intimidating. And so the Writing Lab tutors are here to help students overcome these various challenges. We're able to help with any type of writing or reading assignment. And most often, these will be with students that are in English, CIS, or psychology. But the beautiful thing about having so many tutors is that collectively we have experience in a lot of different subjects outside of those areas as well. This semester, we're offering these services in 3 different ways. So the first way is we have limited in-person appointments. And with these, they have to be appointments that are made ahead of time. The student has to wear a mask. The tutor and the student will be socially distanced as well. And so that might be a little challenging. And so our main option is through Zoom. And so through Zoom, you can make an appointment with a tutor, and you'll have a 1-hour block that you can work live with a tutor. You'll share your screen, and the tutor will work side by side with you on whatever assignment you have. And coming soon, we also have a new feature that we're excited to offer the students, and that'll be a paper drop-off option. And in this method, the tutor will go over an assignment that a student submits for about 45 minutes, and they'll comment on the main parts of the paper, like the introduction as a whole and the thesis statement, and just the major paper parts like that. And we'll comment upon areas that need improvement. So that type of tutoring won't be as thorough just because it's not as interactive. But we do understand that a lot of students aren't able to make it during our normal hours. And so that's the Writing Lab.
And Esteban makes a good point. We will have some face-to-face tutoring, but this is being limited on a need basis. So if a student feels that they have a need, that they need to come use tutoring, we will have contact information I'll show you when we get to the web page, and you can use that to request an in-person appointment. Now, to be honest with you guys, we're here to help you. We're not here to give you trouble. We're not here to give you grief. We're not going to rat you out to your instructor. We're here to give you a hand. And whatever it is you need, let us know. Most of the time, it's a little thing and you just don't see it. And if it's not, we'll take the time to make sure you get what you need. Now, at this point, I want to actually show you guys the lab and where to go. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you the steps of where we need to go. So if you go to the main web page, There's a link up here at the top that says the My Cochise login. When you click the login, it should look something like this. Now this is your portal access. It's your student email, last name, first initial, 3 numbers, and then whatever password you set. If you can't get into this, then you will need to contact the labs to let us know, and we'll see if we can set up a private appointment with you with one of the tutors, at least until you can get back in. Once you've signed in, it should look something kind of like this. Oops. Kind of like this. This. Now, the easiest way to get there is just to go down to My Classroom or My Classes. Don't know why they're named differently. I didn't do it. But you click on the link and it brings up the page, and you just need to get to Moodle. And Moodle is normally the first tab here. Now, Moodle is also under your academics, under My Classroom, and you can get to Moodle that way. Once you log into Moodle, you're going to have your main page. And on your main page, the TLC tutoring is both on the left and over on the right. The left is a regular course because you're used to going there. The one on the right is a link that anybody can use. If you are on a cell phone, this menu will show up with the 3 dashes, and this is way at the bottom of the page, and you really don't want to have to go hunt for it. So please use the link on the left, use the 3 dashes, get to the course just like you would anything else. Now, once you get to the course, it will look like this, the Online Tutoring and Learning Center. Now, it's set up, these boxes are clickable, and they have the information for each of the labs. So for the writing lab, you can click in, they've got their hours, they've got an appointment request. The writing lab does prefer appointments. It gives them an hour to set up a block and actually work with you. So if you set an appointment, you get first come, first serve. Or you don't have to do first come, first serve, you get the appointment because you've already gone through. The online writing lab is a walk-in lab. And if you click on this, you can fill it out. As you see, it'll bring up, it asks for your information. You mark what you're there for, and then you submit, and then it will give you a link to actually go in. Now, the main thing is this is how we are tracking students for our numbers. And if you don't sign in, we can't say that we have students, so then we can't get funding. So please, please sign in, and sign in every time you come in. Our contact information is down here for the writing lab. They have extra resources, MLA, APA. They help with PowerPoints, presentations. If you have something you're working on that is a paper or presentation, let them know and they'll help you figure it out. For the math lab, it's very similar. Our hours, we're online. The writing lab's open 8 to 6, Monday through Thursday. The math lab is open 8 to 8. So if you have classes, if you have coursework, we're here. We're also here on Saturdays. Saturdays, we're here 12 to 4. So if you're busy during the week, you've got a job, you can't get in, we're also here on Saturdays. And again, like the other one, you would just click on the online math lab, you fill out the form, and on the next page, it gives you the link to actually get into the meeting for it. Our contact information is at the bottom. If you guys have any questions, come see us, we can give you a hand. If you are looking for help after hours, there is tutor.com. We do not recommend you use it as a first resource because they generally can answer questions and assist you, but we can do a lot more detailed stuff, and we can also help you if you have concerns that are specific instructors. What do they want? What do I need to do? So please, if you need help, come see us. We're here, we're available, and like I said, let us know what we can do to help.
That all sounds great, Eric. Thank you and Esteban for sharing with us today what the tutoring lab and tutoring and learning lab can really do for our students. So if we do have any more questions, how can we reach out to you directly? Is there a link or?
Just use the contact information for the lab. Depending on where I am, they know how to get a hold of me. Okay. So whatever you guys need, just send it to the lab. We will get it and we will come back to help you.
Great. And what if it's a subject not related to writing or math specific?
Don't care. Come see us.
All right.
I've helped students with, like I said, I've had welding students that need to figure out certain arcs. We've had students come in that needed help with CIS classes, programming. We've had business students come in and say, I don't get what GDP is. So anything that you guys generally need help with, we can either help you figure out what it is you need, or we can help you figure out a technique of how to study it. So for example, AMP is mostly memorization. We can't really sit and do flashcards all day, but we can help you generate a way to remember the stuff and figure out how to attack it.
Great.
Our
Thank
other
you.
senior tutor, he's very involved with education because that's his new major for his bachelor's program. So he does a lot with that. We also did 4 semesters of ASL, so we help ASL students a lot. We have a tutor who speaks Spanish, so we can help with Spanish as well. And so, as I said earlier, like we have a lot of different things that we can also help with outside of those specific topics that we're also really interested in. So,
Sounds awesome. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it.